Despicable Me gave us some of the most unhinged villains in animation history, and villains have aura. Well, they should at least, which is why I'm ranking 15 Despicable Me villains by how much aura they actually have. The 3 criteria for aura I'm using: first, the drip. Does your design go hard, or do you look like somebody's aunt? Second, fear factor. Does the hero's confidence leave the chat? And third, the bonus column: villain song, iconic quotes, death scene, anything that adds to the overall package. Some of these villains have it, some are in aura debt so deep they'll never recover. Let's start at the bottom. And trust me, some of your favorites are about to get cooked.
What's today's plan, boss?
What's the plan? Silly robot.
That's Clive, Balthazar Bratt's robot sidekick. He was literally programmed to be a hype man. That's not aura, that's an algorithm. You can't be on a villain ranking when your entire job is to make someone else look cool. Aura by association doesn't count. Next. Herb is Scarlet Overkill's husband and inventor. He's supportive. He believes in her dreams. He builds her weapons. That's beautiful. That's also not villain aura, that's couples therapy goals. Herb is in the background of his own life. Respect the man, but he's cooked. The evil orphanage lady from the first movie runs a child labor operation selling cookies. Sounds intimidating on paper, right?
No.
She has the energy of a HOA president mad about your lawn. Got outshined by 3 little girls. Embarrassing. This man runs the Bank of Evil, the financial backbone of supervillainy, and he looks like he's about to deny your mortgage application. His own son has more presence than him, and his son got sent to the moon.
Excuse me for just one thing. Told you.
The Perkins family is in generational aura debt. That's it. That's all I need to say. Bell Bottom, Jean Claude, Nunchuck, Stronghold, Svengeance, the Vicious Six. Except, that's 5 people. They couldn't even keep the gang together long enough to justify the name. A disco queen, a lobster-armed Frenchman, a nun with nunchucks, a guy with metal hands, and a roller skater? Bro, that's a group project where one person did all the work. Bell Bottom carried. The rest? Filler. Jean Claude's whole personality is French guy with claw. Svengeance roller skates. That's it. That's his thing. 5 villains, 1 shared aura. Split evenly, that's 0.2 aura per person. Tragic. Sorry for the interruption, but if you're enjoying the video, consider subscribing to my channel. I'd like to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so click that subscribe button. It's free and helps me out a lot. Now, let's get back to the video. Maxime Le Mal's girlfriend in Despicable Me 4. The drip? Immaculate. Sofia Vergara voice? Elite. The screen time? Maybe 8 minutes total.
Remember my girlfriend, Valentina?
They gave her nothing to work with. She shows up, looks amazing, does one thing, gets arrested, wasted potential. This is a villain who could have been top 5 with proper development. Instead, she's in aura purgatory. Free her. The gadget guy. Been with Gru since day 1. Also switched sides to work for El Macho. Then switched back. Then showed up again in Despicable Me 4 like nothing happened. Bro has no loyalty, and you know what requires loyalty? Aura. You can't be flip-flopping between teams and expect me to respect your presence. Pick a side, old man. The purple minions from Despicable Me 2. El Macho's secret weapon. Take a cute little yellow guy, inject him with PX41 mutagen, and suddenly he's an indestructible purple rage monster. On paper, terrifying. An army of unkillable chaos gremlins. In practice, they're just purple and angry, no personality, no quotes, no drip. They're a vibe, not a character. You can't have aura if you don't have individuality. These guys share 1 brain cell and 0 presence. Scary? Yes. Aura? No. Despicable. Me 4's big bad, Will Ferrell voice, French accent, fused himself with cockroach DNA to become an unstoppable hybrid. Sounds hard, right? Now let me tell you why he did all this. Because Gru stole his song at a high school talent show.
Together we will wreak havoc, cause mayhem, and have so much fun doing it, eh?
That's it. That's the villain origin. Gru sang Karma Chameleon before he could, and this man held a grudge for decades. Turned himself into a bug over karaoke beef. The pettiness is honestly iconic. But choosing cockroach? Not spider, not scorpion, cockroach. The bug people call exterminators for? Brother fumbled the creature selection. Aura on layaway. Could have been elite.
And magnitude. Oh yeah!
The orange tracksuit, the bowl cut, the piranha gun. Vector was the first real villain Gru faced, and you know what? He actually cooked for a minute. This man stole the Pyramid of Giza. An entire pyramid. That's generational aura, right there. But then he got finessed by a bald man in a scarf and 3 little girls. Ended up stranded on the moon. Still there, by the way. Years later, alone, with his orange jumpsuit. Vector had the sauce. He just spilled it everywhere. The founder of the Vicious Six, original gangster, literally. This man built an entire villain empire, recruited 5 dangerous criminals, pulled off heists across the globe, and then his own team betrayed him, left him for dead. You know what he did? Survived? Went solo. And when an 11-year-old Gru showed up wanting to be a villain, Wild Knuckles became his mentor. That's the aura difference between him and the rest of the Vicious Six. They fumbled together. He cooked alone.
I told you, you are my favorite villain in the world.
The drip is immaculate. Leather jacket, biker gang aesthetic, old school villain energy. He's got the scars to prove he's lived this life. And most importantly, he earned Gru's respect. The same Gru who would go on to steal the moon. Wild Knuckles walked so Gru could run. Elite. Okay, this man is unhinged. And I mean that as a compliment. Balthazar Bratt was a child star in the 80s. Had his own TV show called Evil Brat. Was beloved by millions. Then he hit puberty, got canceled, and Hollywood threw him away. His response? Become the character, forever. This man never left 1985. The mullet, the purple jumpsuit, the shoulder pads, he has a keytar that shoots sonic blasts. His robot sidekick plays his theme music during heists. And his evil plan? Float Hollywood into space using giant bubblegum. Because they canceled his show. That's not a villain. That's a public mental breakdown with production value. Trey Parker voices him, the South Park guy, and you can feel the unhinged energy in every line. Brat is camp, Brat is chaos, Brat is everything a Despicable Me villain should be. Only reason he's not higher? He lost to a guy who had never been a villain before. Drew's first day on the job and he took down Brat. Tough look. The first female supervillain, and she made sure everyone knew it. Red dress, jet black hair, Sandra Bullock voice dripping with ambition. When Scarlet walked into VillainCon, the entire room went silent. That's aura you can't fake. Her goal? Steal the Queen of England's crown and take over the throne. Her army? The minions themselves. And she almost pulled it off. The fear factor is real. When she snaps, she snaps. Went from elegant to homicidal in 2 seconds flat. Tried to execute Kevin, Stuart, and Bob publicly, in front of a crowd, as a statement. The only reason she's not top 2? She lost to the minions. The same minions who can barely walk in a straight line. That's a resume stain you can't recover from. But everything else? Immaculate. Scarlet Overkill understood the assignment. Come on, you knew he'd be here. Before the minion memes, before the girls, before the redemption arc. Gru was that villain. This man looked at the moon and said, I want that. Then he took it.
I've got it!
Shrunk it down, held it in his hands. That's not a heist, that's a statement. The drip, iconic, black turtleneck, gray scarf, long coat, cold, calculated European supervillain energy.
Freeze ray! Freeze ray!
The fear factor was real. Freeze ray, minion army, underground lair. Gru had the infrastructure of villainy down, but here's what puts him at number 2. He quit, became a family man, joined the good guys, beautiful character development, but we're ranking villain aura, and you can't be the GOAT villain if you switched teams. Gru is the greatest reformed villain ever, but reformed means retired, and retired means number 2.
But sadly, like all the greats, El Macho was gone.
Let me tell you about Eduardo Perez. In his prime, this man terrorized Mexico with nothing but his bare hands. No gadgets, no minions, just chest hair and confidence. And when it was time to fake his death, he rode a shark, with 250 pounds of dynamite strapped to his chest, into an active volcano. That's how you exit. That's a resignation letter written in explosions. He survived, moved to America, opened a restaurant, raised a son, and waited, planning his comeback.
Exactly like a villain named El Macho.
The drip, luchador aesthetic, the M-chain, chest hair you could lose a remote in, the fear factor, turned Gru's minions into an unstoppable purple army, almost won, and when he lost, drank the serum himself, became a giant purple monster, went out swinging. Shark, dynamite, volcano, restaurant, comeback. That's not a villain, that's a legend. But you could boost your own aura if you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, see you next time.